Hey guys, it's Jen, Not a Real Farm. So I thought we would start out with looking at the hibiscus today. This is a beautiful hibiscus. Just move the leaf out of the way. Look how big those flowers are. This is called a Valentine hibiscus. And so you can see all the flower heads are really starting to grow. And this one's about to just pop out. And we've already had one beautiful flower already. Now the thing with hibiscus is when they start to bloom, these big blooms normally last only about, if you're lucky, 2 days. So you get to have it blooming in succession, but the bloom by the end of the day will probably be done. So that's sort of the difficulty with hibiscus, is you want the flowers to really last, but you only get a day or two of bloom. So we do have another hibiscus that's the same, but we do have more flowers that are coming out. So that's awesome. Look at our tomato patch here. Okay, so these are our Livingston tomatoes, and these are a medium-sized tomato. Sweet, very nice to have in salads, or just on a smaller piece of toast. And then we have this one. Now you can see we've got the shoulder split happening, and that's simply just from watering, heat, and then dryness. We have our purple peppers, and the cool things about these peppers is they change color in succession. So first what they do is they start out purple and really hot. And then what starts to happen is they start to ripen into different colors. So we have orange, then they'll ripen to red, or you'll end up getting something almost like a mixed color where it's going to be sort of a purpley white, which is really neat. Behind it, we have our black strawberry tomatoes. We have a few other ones here ready to go. They kind of ripen into these dark, strawberry colored tomatoes, and they're very tasty. Moving right along, here's our cayenne peppers. So they're still in a state of green, but you can see how big they're getting. I can't wait until these turn red. Now, like I said, we can pick them now. This one's huge. We can pick them now and they'd still be just as hot, but we like to have them red. Oh, we have one actually turning right there. So my suspicion is it won't be very long until they'll all start to turn red. Take a look at that. Amazing. And then, of course, our micro tomatoes. We have a big stash of micro tomatoes here. Look at this. So once again, these don't grow any bigger than a foot, but as you can see, they give you all your tomatoes at once. Almost the same size as a cherry tomato, which is great. Pop those in a salad and you're good to go. These guys are called our micro pygmy tomatoes. So they will never, the stems will never get any bigger than that. So perfect for planters, perfect for people who don't have a whole lot of space to plant, but still need or want that cherry tomato. So definitely works out pretty good. We actually managed to grow some eucalyptus this year. Smells amazing. Smells like I have a Vicks bottle in here. Didn't grow very much, but it did turn out pretty good, so I'm happy with that. And then we have our cucumbers, so I've got to take this guy off or save him for seed. One or the other. We've got another one here. So our cucumbers are slowing down with the weather, but they have been doing amazing all summer, so I can't really complain. Our healthy peppers are putting on size. So I'm just waiting for them to turn red. Those are going to be a full 85 to 90 day grow for sure. And here we are with our yellow micro tomatoes. Look at this. Of course, we have whitefly heaven in here, so we got to get our seeds out of here. But beautiful, beautiful. Check that out. And a ton of them. They all ripened at once. All right, so this is what I got so far out of the 1 or 2, well, 3 plants I'd say so far, because we still have a lot of these left that we have to harvest. And then the other thing I wanted to show you that you didn't really get to see grow this year because it was in the background is mung beans. So our mung beans are at the point now where they're drying, and we'll be able to harvest seed from that and grow our own mung beans starting next year. They're very, very tiny. So they're going to be a blue mottled mung bean. So the seeds are going to be blue. As a matter of fact, let me see if I can crack these open. All right, here we are. So if you look really, really closely, you can see the color of those beans. Isn't that cool? They're more like a green to me, but they are called blue mottled mung beans. So they're very tiny, but they are, yes, the same kind of bean seeds that grow the sprouts that you like in your salads. So we'll be growing more of these and offering them in our store next year. All right, let's keep moving and see what we see. Now, of course, we still have our watermelons and everything behind us, but now we are at the sesame. You can see, if I can get this into the light, now the sesame is starting, the pods are actually starting to dry down a little bit. And we'll have actually, even though the plant didn't get super tall, I've had them taller, we'll still have a lot of sesame seeds from this one plant. Let's keep on moving. So in the back here, we have our red charcoal tomato. So the red charcoal is new for me. Check that out. So it's got a little bit of the blue shoulders that we like. Now, once again, we got a little bit of shoulder split, but that's okay. We'll be using these on our toast. And it's a good sized tomato, fairly medium, but I do know that according to some of my friends, this tomato is actually very sweet. So we'll test it out, see what we think, and then most likely save the seed and regrow it again next year, but very beautiful. And I love the colors actually. Looking on through here, we've actually got Charlie's Red Staker. So you see here, we've got some back here. We've got some that is still trying to get ripe. And then we've got a few that are above here. And actually, we have more over here. So Charlie's Red Staker is doing amazing. And for those of you who wanted to see what a lychee tomato looks like that have never grown lychees, so remember, lychees are the ones that have the big thorns on them, so I have to be careful. But you see how the fruit is actually ripening to a red. We do have some down here that are actually red. This one's red, and then we have one way in there that's red as well. So these are ready to pick, and they just look like a regular tomato, and they taste very sweet. They are worth the trouble if you are looking at something that you want to grow to try something new. Definitely worth the trouble. There is my Tiki Torch sunflower. So once again, we're at the stage where we're able to collect seeds. So see how the back of the sunflower is actually brown and very papery thin. It's telling me that it's ready to be chopped, and we're able to take the seeds out of that. And this one as well. So this whole section, maybe not this guy, but this whole section is ready for seed saving. Super excited about that. And we actually have some more back here. So these ones are actually a little bit older. This one is definitely ready to go. Now we have kidney beans that are way up there, and they're in seed saving mode. So I don't know if I want to break them open yet. I still see a little bit of green in here. Oh, you know what? I might be able to show you what these look like. The kidney beans take up a lot of space, so you need a lot of space to grow them. They're a pole bean if you want to take a look at it here. And they've continued to actually, let me back out. They've continued to grow right into my shade cloth right across. So you need a lot of room for these guys to spread out. Let's see what they look like. This pod is almost dry, but not completely, so it's still fairly malleable. So these are my blue kidney beans. Take a look at that color. Isn't that awesome? They're at the stage now I can pop them out of here and just dry them and replant them for next year. But that is what a blue kidney bean looks like. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 seeds. Let's take them out of the pod. These are beautiful. Check that out. Blue kidney beans. Who knew? All right, skipping on through. We've got our pink cherry tomato that's up there doing really well. It's climbed very, very high. It's actually pushed its way through and it's still climbing up the side of the greenhouse. And now we have a bunch of fish peppers that are a little bit bigger so I can show them to you. So the plant is kind of cool looking to begin with, but the peppers themselves take on that same striping. So these are used in a lot of Caribbean dishes. They are spicy, really cool looking. They do change color. We planted about 3 of these plants, so we'll be able to save some of these seeds and share them out with you for next year. Take a look at that. Aren't they cool looking? And then our infamous Queen of the Night tomato. Let's see how she's doing. Oh yeah, lots. Lots, lots, lots. Take a look at that. Look at the striping. Isn't that awesome? We've actually got quite a few back here. Some of them have put on some weight since I've been back here. Oh, let's get in here. Way back there. There we go. Awesome. What else do we have? Oh yeah, we have quite a few still growing in here, still maturing. Yep, this one's good. These are a very enjoyable tomato. You sort of prejudge them by the color, thinking that they're not going to be sweet, but they actually really are. There's some back here. This one's ready to go. Really neat. And then, more in here. Oh my gosh. When I said they produce a lot of tomatoes, I wasn't kidding. Beautiful. So that's what we have so far. So we'll leave the rest of those and move on over. And let's harvest some of the little peppers here that I've got. See if some of these are ready to bring in. Oh yeah. So these are my orange stoplight peppers. And they don't get very big, but they do pack a good punch if you're just looking for a nice sort of snack pepper to put on things. There you go. Check that out. Not bad. He can sit on the counter for a couple of days, but pretty much he's ready to go. Got a few back here. Got a little bit of green on this one, but we'll take them anyway. Check that out. Awesome. We're not doing too bad today, guys. And here we go with our Sweetheart cherry tomatoes. So these guys are very prolific. You can see I've been sort of eating as we go, and these guys are now ready to go. But beautiful, beautiful cherry tomato and easy to grow. I've got some up here that I've got to pick way up here. And these vines need a lot of space. Check it out on the other side here. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? And here we go. We've got our little mini red cherry bell peppers. So they're not going to grow any bigger than this. And now we're just waiting for them to turn red. They're a snack pepper that you basically just toss in a salad. You can even stuff them as well. That's another idea that I've had with these. They do turn out really great and they're super easy to grow. In behind here, of course, we've got our, let's move through here to get it, celebrity hybrids. So you can see here, they've started to turn red. Big, beautiful tomatoes. If anybody hasn't had an opportunity to grow, that's probably really the only hybrid I grow in here in the summertime. And we've got more zucchini. Of course, our celebrity hybrids are growing awesome here as well. And then just above there, we have another crop of blackberries coming in, and I'm thinking we may get these actually to turn color and pick them for the fall. So that's awesome. Running on through here, we've got our black paste tomatoes. You can see how this is starting to take color. Those nice black shoulders on top. And then once again, we have our elephant ear peppers. So they're just starting to really get bigger. I'm hoping they'll ripen before the end of the season. We've actually got quite a few of them here that are just starting to sort of push out the peppers. But they do grow normally a really nice size. They get way bigger than this. Sometimes they can grow to be the size of the palm of your hand, like your entire hand. So we'll see how these turn out, but so far so good. Next to them we have the peanuts. So now you can see the peanut leaves are starting to yellow a little bit. So this is telling me that the leaves are going to start to die down and we'll be able to pick those peanuts out of the ground soon. All right, so here we go. We are over on the other side of the greenhouse and we have what's called silvery fir tomato. So the silvery fir is called that for a reason. You can see just how furry and silvery it actually looks. Go in here, we've actually got some ripe tomatoes that are ready to go. So a nice sort of medium-sized tomato, that's perfect. We got one down here. Another one. And this guy I'm going to take anyway. We could leave him sit for a couple of extra days, but we've got 3 beautiful tomatoes from the silvery fir, and it's loaded. Got more here. We've got some just starting to turn red here. More here. And it's actually draped right over the side of my my bed. So we're going to let him grow. We're going to take what we can from him and most likely save the seeds. Here's something cool. I got a pecan tree to sprout. So we have this northern pecan tree. It's the only one I have, and it's sprouted. And so it's turned out to be this beautiful tree that we can now plant here. So I'm super excited about that. It's actually going to have to go in a bigger pot because the roots are already growing out of that pot already. And here we go. Here's the shagbark hickory tree, guys. Remember, I think when I did the video originally, I had 1 seed that sprouted, and now I have 3. So there's 1 tree, 2, and 3. I really didn't think we were going to have 3 trees, so we'll see where we're going to put those. And then back here we have Mortgage Lifter. So Mortgage Lifter sort of sets everything all at once. So you can see here we've got a big cluster of tomatoes there, and we're going to have more up here. And it's indeterminate, so it's going to keep growing right up the side of the greenhouse here until basically the weather changes and it just can't grow anymore. Amazing. So on this side of things, you can see here I've trimmed all the grapes off now. So I've cut back this vine and there's nothing left. So now we just have a bunch of clean vines here for next year to start our grape growing. We got 10 jars of grape jelly and grape jam that we made out of just that one vine. The other vine here that I have on the other side is still small. It's still a year old, so it didn't give us anything. So off one vine, we got 10 jars of jelly. And then, of course, we've got our baskets hanging up here, so they've got more sun. And then our Not a Pinot is not a Pinoting. So take a look. So once again, they're going to have a flavor of a jalapeno. They just won't have the heat. Walking on through, take a look. We're going to have another crop of blackberries here. It's amazing. Ooh, check that out. LUNCHBOX peppers. So these are going to be the kind that you get in those packages in the store. And you've seen them. They're like $7.99 for, 6 or 7 of them. It's kind of ridiculous. Check that out. We've got actually a few in here. So I grew a variety of them. Sweet, small, and perfect for a snack. Back here we have an albino pepper that's growing. And they're a bell pepper. They're a sweet bell pepper. But what's cool is they take on sort of this purple coloring as they get older. So we're going to leave them and see how big they actually get. They are a sweet bell pepper, and we actually have quite a few growing, so we'll see what happens. Now, if we keep on walking through the middle of the greenhouse here, so haha, look at our coffee plants. The coffee plants have gone crazy this year. I have so many new leaves on these plants. I wasn't expecting that. The secondary one is doing really well too. Check how shiny and green those top leaves are. They're beautiful. Our pineapple ground cherry is doing amazing. As a matter of fact, I see some of them have dropped down in there, so we'll be picking those up so we don't have any self-sowing. We don't want that. And then we also have, if I swing around here, right here is our huckleberries. So the huckleberries are starting to get a little squishy, and they're changing from a shiny black to a dull black, and that's what you want. You never want to eat huckleberries green because they can be poisonous. These are a garden huckleberry. A lot of the times what happens is people will use these for jam. They don't necessarily taste bad, but they don't taste wonderful first coming off the vine. They're really great and high in vitamins, especially if you're making jam, but you want to make sure they're changing from that shiny black to that dull black before you pick them. We also have another bush up here, so we've got quite a bit of huckleberries growing. So I see more jam in my future. That's it for me today, guys. I have my work cut out for me in here. It is seed saving time, and my plants are saying, we don't care if you work full time, start saving the seeds. And that's what I need to do. I need to get in here and harvest. So thanks very much to everybody who's come along with Not a Real Farm and all the new subscribers. We really appreciate it. See you soon.